So in today's video, I'm going to share with you the 4-step system on how to build your personal brand and become a mini celebrity as a financial advisor. I'm going to share with you the exact system that I've been using to grow my business over the last 4 years, and my financial advisor clients are using to build their own personal brand and literally add between 10 and 50K a month. Now, if you get the personal brand right, 3 things are going to happen. One is you're going to attract and build a community of ideal clients. Second is you're going to be able to sign up clients. And third, you're going to become known and become a celebrity, which is going to make life a lot easier to attract the right people. You know exactly who you're going to be speaking to. It's going to make your marketing a lot easier. And it's going to flow a lot easier for your business, saving a lot of time. Now, I want you to remember this as I share this with you. You don't need 10,000 people following you on social media or listen to your podcast or a database of 10,000. You just need to build a community you can serve. Now, I have seen some of our clients with less than 500 people on their social media platforms being able to do 50K a month. So I just want to let you know that it is possible with a small audience. So let's get into it. But before we do that, I want to share with you these 2 big mistakes that I see financial advisors make when they're trying to grow their personal brand. The first thing they do is try to copy someone else. So they are seeing someone, running a podcast, doing a whole lot of stuff on social media, and they're thinking they're going to do the same thing. And what ends up happening is they start copying the content, they start copying the delivery of the content, and basically you lose who you are. And what ends up happening? Lack of confidence, which leads to imposter syndrome, and then a lot of people going, is this the right thing for me? So they start doubting themselves. So I want you firstly, when you start thinking like that, I want you to stop doing that and start thinking this is your own race. This is the race that you're running for yourself and for your community. The second big mistake that I see, and it's one that's very common, is that a lot of financial advisors focus on their company branding. So on social media, they're using more their company tag as opposed to their own personal tag. If you're an independent financial advisor or you're working within a firm, focus on your own personal brand. So on social media, it makes life a lot easier to shoot a video and post it on your personal one. Why I like that is because, one, personal social media accounts get far better reach than company profiles. So if you're on Facebook, for example, these days, it's so hard to get the attention organically. But whereas if you do it on a personal level, your friends will see it, they'll be able to like and share it to other people. Company pages are a lot more difficult. Plus, what I like about using more of a personal approach is that people get to connect with you and you'll get to have conversations with people in direct messages. It's not coming from a company person. So people know who they're dealing with, and people love dealing with people, right? And a really good example, if you don't believe me yet, is to look at celebrities that are using it really well. Look at people like Gary Vee, Alex Hormozi, Kim Kardashian, Elon Musk. They're all focused on their own personal brand. Most of the time, you probably don't even know the companies that are behind them, apart from Elon Musk, probably with Tesla and things like that. But everyone else, it's all about their personal brand and how they get themselves out there. So let's get into the 4-step system right now. So the first part of the system is to create a message. Excuse me. Focus on creating the right message. When you do that, you're able to understand your client's pain points and understand their dream outcomes. And if you communicate this message, you're going to draw in those people. If you decide that you want to be more generic and communicate to the whole world about your services and who you help, it's going to become difficult, because if you don't pinpoint exactly the target audience that you want, it's going to be like being in the ocean on a boat screaming and no one's hearing you. So you want to focus in on a particular niche, focus in on their pain points, focus on the dream outcomes that they're going to achieve by working with you. And here's a very simple script that I'm going to share with you right now, which will help you communicate to your niche. So when you communicate this message, their eyeballs or ears will go, hey, this person's talking to me. That's exactly the pain that I'm feeling, and this is the exact outcome. And this is how I would like you to phrase it. Are you a target audience and want to achieve dream outcome without these pains? So an example, and I'll give you my own example is, are you a financial advisor wanting to scale over $15,000 a month and don't want to be networking or waiting for referrals? So there's my message that's out there to the world and specifically to financial advisors. What I like about fine-tuning your message, and it's really important that you do it, is that you're able to get the attention and build awareness on the problem and become known to help solve that problem for your audience. This is so key in the 4-step process. The second step is building authority, and it's my favorite one because whenever I work with financial advisors, it's the one thing that I love working on, where when we finish this process, they go, this is amazing. I now know I can stand out from all the other competitors that are out there. This is the one thing that, it makes you stand out. It makes you known, and people respect you for what you do in terms of the system and helping them get results. So let me just share with you what I mean by this. So the building authority comes down to how well you can map out the process your prospect's going to go through in order to get the result. So where are they right now in terms of the problem they're having, the pains that they're experiencing, to what's the outcome that they're going to experience with you. And what you need to do is just map out that process. So some people call it a roadmap, which is totally cool. I like to call it a model, to create a model, which is your own signature model that helps you stand out. Do not use some other model that someone else is using. Create your own. Create your own individual steps that you're going to help your prospect through. Like I said, I love this part of it because it's the one thing that's going to make you stand out. And step number 3 is create relevance. And create relevance is, let's start off. Firstly, you've got your model, you've got your message right. What you want to do now is value stack with benefits and attach the emotional connection to each of those benefits. When you do that, you align the outcome, the emotional benefits that people will have when they work with you and use your system. And again, it makes things so much easier when you're communicating. So they relate to your method in terms of your system and relate to the message. So they know that by working with you, they're going to get the result. That relevance is so important. Step number 4 is to build trust. And you build trust by 3 ways in terms of content. So you create content. There's 2 types of content that you create. First type of content is what I call credibility content. And this is just you educating your target audience on exactly what you do, how you do it. Okay. Then the second part of the content is social proof, which is what I call case study content. So showcasing how people have gone through your system and how they've been able to experience the benefits of going through your system. Attaching social proof draws people so much closer to you. This will build the trust. Now, there's one step further that you have to go, and this is around creating character content. You may have heard me say this before, but character content is just showcasing your personality. This is probably one of the hardest parts that a lot of financial advisors have, is showing, how much is too much or how much is too little. But what I like to say is, if you can show people who you are, because that's, again, people buy from people. So if you can show them your values, show them your beliefs, show them the experience you've had in the past, show them, if you're married or something like that, maybe it's family photos and things like that. And it doesn't have to relate specifically to financial advising. It's just showcasing who you are. For example, for myself, I like showcasing when I go on hikes, when I'm at the gym, when I'm on the tennis court, because I'm on the tennis court 2 to 3 hours a day, or when I'm at football, watching my son play football, as in soccer for the Americans. So it's showcasing all these different ways on how people can connect with me. And again, this is, the secret to me. It's what I call the secret. It's if you can showcase your personality, and you can build trust so much quicker with people. So you've got your model, you've got your message, you've got your content out there, then you're building trust by showcasing who you are. And obviously, it's not a step, but the last thing you need to do is just get yourself out there. The best way to get yourself out there is using social media, which I've alluded to. Using social media, getting on other people's podcasts is really important if you can. So if you know someone that's dealing with your audience right now, then hop in there, see if you can, maybe share your model and show people how they can experience that particular outcome. And this is a great way of just building trust with people. So using social media and using other digital platforms makes life a lot quicker. Yes, you can do networking and things like that, but those things take a hell of a long time to get you results. So hopefully that gives you a really quick snapshot of the 4 steps on how to build your personal brand. One thing you do need to remember is that you are your own personal brand. No one can replicate you. So by you sharing your values, sharing your style, sharing a bit more about your business and how you get results, people will get to know you for who you are. And that's so important. Now, if you want some help building your brand, getting some credibility, getting new clients, maybe you're wanting to scale your business, just DM me and let's see if we can help, if I can help you out. If not, please follow us for more content and just check out all our previous posts as well.